I'm using words. I'm using words to get my mouth ready. Unique New York. Losing up my job. Turn the camera back on. What's happening, boys and girls? It's your boy Zach, back in the house, along with your girl Olivia behind the camera. Today is Sunday, November 6th, 2016. I cannot believe it's already November. You know what time it is. Right here, show the people what they want. We are going to go over once again our weekly grocery haul, but right before that I want to thank all of you who have been supporting the channel through subscriptions, likes, comments, and views. I mean, now at this point I was getting about 100 views per video. All of a sudden I've had 3 videos in the past 2 or 3 weeks that have we're basically closing in on 2,000 views, which is just amazing. I really do appreciate it, guys, so thank you for that. So if you are enjoying the videos, if you have found some of the content to be useful, please think about subscribing to the channel. That would be so awesome. That show of support keeps me motivated to keep bringing you guys content. Also, don't forget to like the videos as well. Comment down below. Just get involved. You know, I'm here for you guys. I want to give you guys information, share my journey along the way, and you know, help you guys out there that have very similar goals and interests. Okay, so moving forward to the good stuff, we're going to go over everything. We tried to organize this a little bit more so you guys can see the protein, carbs, fats, beverages, and also some of the miscellaneous that we have going on. So I'm going to start left and work our way right. First off, you guys have seen the sparkling water the last couple weeks. Olivia and I both like different flavors, so we ended up getting 3 flavors of sparkling water. The reason we've decided we're going to do sparkling water only, we used to drink diet soda a lot at night, is because we're both black coffee drinkers, so we get a lot of caffeine. With diet soda, you know, you're looking at something like 80 milligrams in each 12-ounce can of soda. So we're trying to limit that caffeine a little bit at night. And also, you know, the thing is, and I don't know if it's mental, but sparkling water just feels cleaner. Just feels like, you know, it has the carbonation, but it's still water-based. So you're still hydrating yourself, and like I said, avoiding some of that nighttime caffeine intake, okay? After that, a couple different fruits. I always go with what's on sale. I ended up getting some of these little cutie oranges. Really like these guys. They're typically pretty expensive, but they were on sale, so I opted for the cuties this time. Fuji apples, 88 cents a pound. Fujis are always pretty cheap, and what's really nice about them, they have somewhat of a tart flavor, but they also don't go soft. They're usually very crispy. So good value right here, and also just a really good flavor, and I like my apples, and as I'm sure many of you do, crispy. After that, 6 cartons of egg whites as always, 2 for me, 4 for Olivia. We've been asking, each week we go to Fred Meyer, we try to go in the morning, and they never seem to have the Kroger brand, the house brand, stocked up. So this time we asked, we thought they would be there. The guy said, unfortunately we don't, but he actually hooked us up and gave us the Kroger price, even though we bought some of the more expensive egg whites. So thank you for that, random employee at Fred Meyer. After that, mushrooms. You know, we love mushrooms. Like I said, saute them in a pan, throw them on top of any sort of dish you guys do enjoy with some carbohydrates and a protein source. Really, really easy way to get in a tasty vegetable. A little olive oil in a pan will go a long ways. These are actually on sale for $1.80 a pound. Typically, these are about $3 to $4 a pound. So got some more mushrooms right here. Some fat sources as well. 4 avocados. These guys are pretty ripe. Olivia found last week that she picked up some rock hard avocados, and within a day they were totally fine. So you guys should always look for, you know, some proper coloration as far as the dark green look to them. And then if you take this little thing right here and you just remove it, that'll usually tell you that it's ripe as well. So you can do both of those to find avocados that are tasty and not overripe. I picked up some butter. I've been using butter spray for a while now. You know, just getting some regular butter is a little bit healthier actually compared to some of those oil type butters. So I opted for this. The thing is, you have to watch for with butter, it's not that butter is a big deal, but it's so calorically dense. I mean, 100 calories for 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon is nothing. If you guys measure this out, you'll be so surprised. 2-3 tablespoons easily on 2 or 3 pieces of toast if you're not careful. Okay, so it's always in the dose, not necessarily the food, it's the dosing. Okay, after that, picked up some almond milk. Once again, almond milk's always on sale for about $3 per half gallon. For me, I tend to have some lactose issues, so I prefer to pick up almond milk instead of traditional milk, just to avoid any stomach discomfort. We also picked up some yellow onions here in the back, zucchini as well for some of those greens. You guys know I love vegetables. I actually did pick up spinach, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze this and then throw it in my post-workout shake for some extra micronutrients. You guys cannot taste this. You blend it up with either chocolate or vanilla protein or whatever you have on hand. You will not taste this. Just one to 2 handfuls should be plenty, okay? Right here, ended up getting some top sirloin steak. Very, very good value today. Look at that, saved $10 or more. I actually saved almost $14, only $3 a pound. I always try to get beef whenever it's on sale because who doesn't love a good steak? So with leaner cuts of steak, you gotta make sure not to overcook it. If you fry it up in a pan, it's just boom. You gotta go like medium-high heat, 3 to 4 minutes each side, get that sucker off, make sure it's nice and bloody. I like my stuff medium rare. All right, guys, and what everybody's been waiting for, the carbohydrate haul. You guys know that I get a lot of questions like, how are you lean? And also eating a lot of carbohydrates, especially simple sources of carbohydrates. And I'll tell you, my personality is very geared towards lots of activity, high intensity activity. I'm very competitive. I like to play basketball. And I've also found that I've responded really well to high volume, bro split, bodybuilding type training. So if you're gonna do all that stuff, like, you need to make sure you take in adequate amounts of carbohydrates. You cannot low carb diet while also doing extensive amounts of high intensity exercise, okay? So with that said, taco shells, gonna do taco turkey, might even happen tonight. You guys saw last week I picked up the taco seasoning, so I'm gonna make that happen very soon. I like me some low fat popcorn, pop it up, lots of volume. I mean, 1 bag of this fills up this entire bowl right here. So great volume. Anybody that's dieting, volume is king. I've talked about that before. Vegetables, fruits, lean protein sources, and then voluminous complex carbohydrates will help fill you up while limiting your caloric intake. Popped rice cakes. These are amazing. Yes, it does have some sugar in it, but you can see once again, fats are very low at 1 gram, carbohydrates at 26 grams, protein at a paltry 2 grams. So this whole bag, you're looking at 80 or 90 grams of carbohydrates, a couple tablespoons of peanut butter. Ooh la la, very good. Got 3 of those. Picked up some everything bagels. I like these in the morning with eggs. You can see once again, 42 grams of carbohydrates, 6 grams of protein, 8, and then 3.5 grams of fat per. All right, so another point to make is that certain carbohydrate sources are gonna have trace amounts of protein, so tracking that, a lot of guys, especially, I've been guilty of this, taking way too much protein. I mean, you basically get to your body weight and you're good. If you're dieting, maybe a little bit more than your body weight. If you're bulking, you can even get away with a little less than your body weight. So keep that in mind. After that, your boy loves some cereal. Got myself Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, excuse me. Apple Jacks right here, 2 for $5. Hell of a deal. I love cereal, and I'm never gonna stop eating it. Old-fashioned oats, as always. Once again, I like it in the morning, or I blend it up in my post-workout shake that you guys have seen before. Brown rice. Olivia and I love brown rice, especially Olivia. She's obsessed with brown rice. So right here, 4 pounds of that. We'll add it to our stash we already have. Fill that guy up. We usually go through, I'd say, 6 to 8 pounds a week. Right here, 5 pounds of russet potatoes. These guys are so cheap, so nutritious, very, very filling. It's one of the most filling foods on the satiety index. Satiety is a measure of fullness. So right here, you can see 26 grams of carbs, 3 grams of protein for 5 ounces. I usually have about a pound of potatoes when I do have them at a meal. We're almost there, guys. Pam, for the pans to make sure nothing's sticking while minimizing calories. Picked up a couple of those. And then you know your boy loves some Johnny's seasoning salt. Stuff is so good on everything. Eggs, meat, you name it. Oh, yeah, you can definitely, Olivia just mouthed to me. My cameraman's telling me, signaling to me, my producer behind the camera is telling me that it goes really well on popcorn, which is true. Maybe a little butter spray, you know, just light, and then a little Johnny's on top so it sticks well. All right, guys, so like I said, Sunday, November 6th, we trained last night in the evening. So we hadn't done that in a while, and it was actually a lot of fun. We both felt really good. We helped my mom move yesterday. I think we were out there for, what, 8 hours? We were out there for a while, and it was torrential Pacific Northwest downpour on top of us. So with that, today I'm working on shoulders. Olivia's going to go ahead and work on
back.
Olivia's got back day, so we're going to blast through that. I'll film that workout. I'll talk through my workout. I'll try to get a little bit of Olivia in her element at the gym, so you guys can see some of that footage. She's doing awesome. She's kind of hit a new low weigh-in at this point, and she's super lean. So we're going to kind of hold her steady and maintain that look and that weight for now. And then with me, you know, once again, I'm sort of maintaining the look, but I'm also not afraid to gain a couple extra pounds. You know, I'm trying to put more into my body and still have fun doing what I'm going to do. I'm never going to cut my activity short. So if I feel like really pushing it on a day, I'm going to push it. If I don't have as much time, then that's fine. You just go with the flow of life and let your training adapt to life. Okay? So we will check in with you guys soon. It is 10:40 in the morning. We should be heading out to the gym here in about a half hour, train for a few hours, and then we will be watching some football and relaxing this afternoon. We'll see you soon, guys.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Stop videoing me. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Zach. Gonna do a little workout commentary for you guys once again, so you know what time it is. So, not to confuse you guys, but I shot all of this footage on Sunday, November 6th. Today is Thursday, November 10th, and that's the day this video is going to be released. So, between the 6th and the 10th, I don't know if you guys heard, but a new president was elected. Surprise, surprise. And it ended up being Donald Trump. And I'm not going to get into the politics of all of it, but I do have some thoughts regarding the entire process and what I've seen. There's obviously been an outpour of, you know, outcry of outrage. Outrage. Wow. Okay. Anyways, you know, you guys know I work as a trainer. I talk to a lot of people. And the biggest thing I see, and I talked about this in my last video about dedication, proving something to yourself, having like a internal sense of control, you know, that you control your own destiny. And I think in these circumstances, I understand people are upset. I understand from the outside looking in, you're looking at a man who may have a screwed up sense of morality and entitlement. And, you know, for me, my mission, I guess, this entire process playing out in the final result sort of confirmed to me that if you have a strong mission and a strong conviction and a passion for the life you're leading, nothing can really affect you ultimately. You know, him being elected doesn't affect my ability to go and show up at the gym and train hard and produce videos for you guys and give you guys my thoughts and feelings about, you know, the process I'm going through. Ultimately, it's in my control to either let it dramatically affect my life and use it as yet another excuse for why I'm not where I'm at, or I'm going to use it as a challenge. Like if I ultimately need to tell myself that, you know what, I'm going to push even harder now because it seems like there's so much adversity and what's wrong with this world. I don't look at it as doom and gloom. There is no hope. What does this world come to? You know, how many dumb people are there in this world? Like, you know, there's been so much judgment. You guys see like so much judgment, especially from people on the other side, you know, that are very, very angry and also very, very, very judgmental of their peers that happen to live in the same country. And, you know, like I said, once again, I mean, it was the lowest voter turnout in I don't know if it's the history of the presidency and the elections, but especially in recent times. And, you know, everybody's got a voice. And, you know, I haven't been super active in the political process, to be completely frank with you guys, and I was this year, because, you know, once again, it comes back to, like, show that you care, like, get involved in that process. And for me, it's just a great learning experience to be more involved in the political process, all the way from the nominations up to this point, and watching the debates and seeing what exactly each candidate brings to the table. But I don't want to talk about the politics of it all. I'm more talking about the emotional, visceral response from people, you know, when they didn't get quote unquote their way, or they felt like the wrong, you know, candidate was selected. I think ultimately people made an emotional decision. Who do I like the most, or who do I hate the least? And you know, you're picking based on, like, characteristics and traits in somebody's body of work over a long period of time. And I think in that case, though, that it's gonna happen. It has happened, and now you have a choice to either use it as an excuse for not living the life that you want, or you can take it as a challenge and know, regardless of who is president, or, you know, what policy is going to be enacted, that it's still in your control. And ultimately, you know, maybe that just says something about me as a person. You know, I like challenges. I like to be challenged, and you know, facing adversity. I've faced adversity. I've told you guys that, and especially a lot in my 20s, when I didn't face a ton in my teens. And maybe that's the sick part in me, that looks at this as more of a challenge and just another thing to overcome. And, you know, bring on adversity. Like, fuck adversity. Like, bring it on. You know, I'm gonna turn it around and make myself a better person because of the adversity I face, whether that's perceived or that's the actual reality. But ultimately, our reality and what we perceive as reality is reality to us as individuals. So, you know, guys, I don't want it to be political. I'm not here to talk about candidates. I just thought it was very fitting after my last video to express a few things regarding that. So that's all I got about that, guys. Very, very short last 2 minutes of the video to wrap the video up. I'm very excited about new things to come. Make sure, if you do enjoy the video, hit the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you for watching once again. I appreciate the support. See you soon.
All right, take two. What's up, guys? It's 2:30. Just got back from the gym. Really good shoulder workout. Hope you guys enjoyed the footage. Right now, I'm just having my usual post-workout shake. I drink it straight out of the blender, just like this. Frothy goodness. Basically, vanilla protein powder, almond milk, frozen strawberries, frozen banana, cup of oats, and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. So slightly different than the last couple you guys have seen. Delicious. Gonna enjoy this. Meal number 2 coming up around 4:30 or 5. Gonna be pretty hungry here shortly. 3 meals today. I will check in with you guys soon. What's happening, guys? It is 5:40 p.m. Sunday Night Football just started, and I finally sat down to eat meal number 2. It's a little bit later than I wanted it to be, but I had some client work to do, so I'm going to show you guys real quick. Meal number 2. Flip the camera around. Surprise, surprise. Eggs, bagels, 300 grams egg whites, 4 whole eggs, a handful of shredded cheese, 2 bagels with real butter. Yep, so I'm reintroducing some old mainstays of my diet. Butter will probably be back in there. Cheese on occasion as well. Just a couple of 100 extra calories should go a long ways to upping my caloric intake to a level where I can bring my weight up to, you know, 185 or so, which is about 5 pounds away. And then with my current training style, my body really hasn't, I feel like everything's aligning. So at this point, I have a high tolerance for volume. I've found a lot of exercises that I really like. This stuff is working, but at the same time, I've kind of been in a deficit a majority of the time that I've been training like this. So to get into a surplus and stick with this style of training at my current level of conditioning and endurance should go a long ways, and I'm really excited about the potential results. Now, Meal number 3, hopefully I can get that down by 8 p.m. It's cutting a little close. I don't like to wait. Well, I like to wait longer than 2 hours, usually 3 to 4, but I do need to get in extra food. Also, need to get into bed early because I do have to get up and go train a client at 5:45 tomorrow morning. So, check in with you guys here in just a little bit.